Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Straight Talk About Sales with Dr. Nadia. This week, I was actually invited to be interviewed for a new book. And during this conversation, the interviewer, or the author of the book, she was asking me some really pertinent questions about sales and how we as women deals with sales, some challenges we have when it comes to sales, and what are some of those obstacles that hold us back. And one of the things that I found myself talking about and sharing, and I wanted to share with you today, was the price of perfection. The price of perfection. And I get it. And this is, I believe I've done a video about this before. So I want you to understand that this is not about being sloppy or not operating at a level of excellence, because I believe in excellence. I believe in doing things right, believe in getting things done. But in this video interview, as we were talking, one of the things that came up is just some of the differences between how we as women operate and what I've seen men do. And these are very broad strokes here. But one of the things that really came out of this conversation was that oftentimes men typically don't have some of the challenges we have around imposter syndrome that holds us back because we don't feel like we're good enough. We feel like there's another degree, another certification, another 27 years of education or experience that we need, right, in order to move forward and command the compensation that we desire, or even start to really operate at the level that we know we can or we desire to operate at when we go in to serve our clients. So that was a big one. But the other piece to that was very closely tied to that was this thing about feeling like everything has to be perfect. And over the last 9 months or so, I've found myself actually, one of the things that happened for me last year, I apologize, I've been traveling today, is that my word for my, actually not a word, I had 2 words last year. So my theme for last year, 2017, was courageous exploration. And one of the reasons why I picked that was because I knew that there were things that I needed to do and I desired to do that literally scared the crap. Just scared the pants off of me. It's like, ah! Right? And so I needed to dig deep and find this level of courage that I needed to have, that I wasn't really sure I possessed in that moment. So that was why I chose that word. There was that level of courage that I needed and desired to move forward, to create something I'd never created before. But then the other piece of that was the exploration part. And that was really important to me because it allowed me, and it really set the tone for my year, to do some things that I'd never done before, to go some places I'd never gone before, and to build something I'd never seen before. So with that, there was a lot of messiness. It wasn't perfect, and that's my point. There was this level of permission and encouragement in that to go forward and do things that I hadn't done before, to operate at a level that maybe I had not done before, right? And to do so even though everything was not perfect. Does that make sense? So even as one of the things that I did last year, and you'll see more of this year as we start to make some shifts in my business and with my brand, is we launched a sales agency that has no name. There's no name to this sales agency. There's no website to this sales agency. We're still trying to really, work at the kinks around what the sales agency looks like. And last year it was, will people pay me to do this? What does that payment structure look like? How does this work? There were all these questions with all these unknowns. And here's the thing, I did it afraid, and I did it doing things that I didn't have all the answers. I still don't have all the answers. Here's the thing though. The price I would have paid to stay there and try to figure it all out while working in the lab was a greater price than I paid by getting out here and doing it even imperfectly. I want you to hear this, because there are things that you desire to do in your business. There are things you know you need to do in your business, but you're waiting for everything to be perfect. And you're paying a price, even if you don't realize it. There is a price to perfection. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't set some parameters, but going out and testing things is so important. And I found myself in this interview this week saying multiple times, what would you advise women? Take action, even if it's imperfect action. I need you to hear this, because I realized, and it was something that I realized even this week. I was actually texting with one of my really good friends, and I was telling her about this transition and, you know, some of the next steps that are coming up for me. And I was like, ooh, like all these emotions were coming. She's like, so Nadia, these emotions have names. I was like, oh, you know, you got some of your friends who were like, seriously, why did I even bother to text you about this? I don't want to talk about it, right? But one of the things that she asked me, she said, what is it that you need to hear or see in order for you to not feel those emotions, to be able to put those emotions at bay? And you want to know what I said back to her? That was so key. So I need to remind myself of the successes that I have had, even doing this imperfectly, even without having the full picture yet, even without having a name, even without having a website, even without having marketing materials and business cards and titles and all the things that we think we need, and tons of landing pages and sales funnels. I mean, I'm a sales trainer, for crying out loud. Shouldn't I have 72,000 sales funnels? No, I don't. So, so I want you to get this, because I have seen it time and time again. When it comes to us as women, sometimes that perfection, I need it all to be beautiful and perfect and rosy and shiny and all figured out, cost us big time. Cost us in lost opportunities, cost us in being behind the curve when it comes to market shifts, because by the time we got this part figured out, things have shifted in the market, and that's old news, outdated, right? Or you've just talked yourself out of it altogether. That's a whole nother video. So I want you to get this. Do it imperfectly. Do it afraid. You need to borrow some of that courageous exploration. Do it. This year, my word is soar, but I still need to lean on courageous exploration. There's still lots of cool things that we're doing that I'm still really nervous about, things that we've never done before, things that I'm still figuring out, but I'm doing them. The action eradicates the fear, but the action also gives you invaluable experience and insight that you would not have had just talking about it in your mastermind group or with your business coach or sitting on your sofa or posting about it on social media. There is gold in actually going out there and doing it and working with real people and real clients and getting real feedback and tweaking it and adjusting it as you're moving forward. So today I just want to encourage you not to allow that whole concept around being perfect, being paralyzed by perfection, because you're paying a dear, dear price. What is the price that you have paid for trying to have everything perfect? It won't be perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. Part of the joy and the excitement and the luxury we have as entrepreneurs is we get to do things to scare the crap out of us. We get to do things that other people don't have the courage to do, but we learn so much from that. And there are a lot of times some massive financial rewards attached to that too. But I want you to commit to one thing this year that you'll do, that you'll do it imperfectly. You won't have it all right. You won't have it all together, but you will move forward. You will learn the lessons. You will take the gold. You will make the money. You'll work with the clients. You will make a difference. You will do all of that, and it won't be perfect. And guess what? That's okay. This is Dr. Nadia. This with another episode of Straight Talk About Sales. I got to scoot. I'm on the road. I'm on the go, but I definitely wanted to share that nugget with you today. And if you want to chat or you want to connect, head on over to meetwithdrnadia.com. And we have a new website, a new brand, and all kinds of stuff that is coming out soon. I am so nervous and excited all at the same time, all wrapped up into one. So stay connected, stay tuned, and go out there, and it won't be perfect. It's all good. But don't continue to pay the price of trying to be perfect. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.